Greg make a big move. Yeah. All right.
There we go.
It just feels right. I mean, come on. It's only one way to do it.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Let's see. Got the intro here. Huh. Let's bang out.
Missed out is. Ew.
What the hell is up, everybody? Me,
Woo.
Baga,
Woo.
Biloxi. What the hell is going on tonight? Thank you guys, as always, for joining us.
Ric Flair always paired it up in Biloxi. Always.
In Biloxi. Woo! Woo! Thank you guys again for joining us. Hit us up in the comments. Hit us up with your calls. You see the link. Do not be shy. It's a free-for-all Friday. Kind of, as we piggyback off of Wednesday, a little bit of a light show, news, sports universe right now. Football ending kind of, takes a little steam out of it. But we are here for all your sports takes, news, commentary, whatever. So hit us up. Thank you guys, as always, for joining. Tyler, how are you doing on this Friday?
Oh, glad Friday's over. Looking forward to a weekend, hopefully filled with a whole lot of nothing. But, all in all, good. We got, of course, Premier League. We got the return of NASCAR. We got a UFC pay-per-view. So, not the lightest sports weekend. Definitely looking forward to it. Ronnie, how are you doing today?
We're not starving. Definitely feeling better. As far as my symptom-based issues went, maybe like 1.5 to 2 days. So feeling better, but, just out of respect for everyone else, still stuck at home. Just kind of taking my time.
Thank you for not being a complete dickhead.
Well, as you know, I've seen it from both sides. I ain't got to do that. But it is very boring being stuck at home, but you get to see a lot of the daytime sports, maybe that you wouldn't see during the week. So there's a silver lining for everything. And also, in reference to some of these comments, we are live and behind the scenes. Yes, I don't know. The broadcast was going, but
somehow we went live, yeah.
It's a little peek behind the curtain. So we're just letting you guys in to the circle. But real quick too, before we'll dive a little further into it, but I just want to give a shout out to my golf bro, Greg, who was the program director at KSON, probably the most successful channel in the Entercom San Diego cluster. And it was funny, too, because, of course, we were golfing at the time when he told me this. But we all got laid off, as you know. And he made it a little bit longer than me because a little bit higher on the totem pole as far as revenue goes. But he was like, yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm just at home all the time. I think like my best opportunity is to like take a job being one of the guys that used to come to me as program director promoting these country artists. Like, hey, can you we'll do a live concert from my guy, or like basically just make sure he gets on the air. And now he is working for Sony, basically like the day-to-day like touring guy for this Nate Barnes character. Seems like a good guy. But and I always like that they do this because I feel like, is anyone going to see that going by at 109 miles an hour? But I don't know. So he does have a spot on the hood for the Xfinity race on Tyler Reddick's car. And it's literally just like a picture of this guy's single cover. Like if you look it up on iTunes, it's the same thing, but it's like, oh, what's on the hood? I mean, he's about to pop. This guy's gonna be huge. We see him in NASCAR, it's over. But shout out to him. I mean, Greg is a homie, and a lot of good golf times and conversations with my boy during the times when we cannot do anything. So I wish him all the best. I don't know how he gets paid out. I mean, what if this guy blows up? It seems like he's on the verge. I don't know. But remember me, Greg. Helping you out.
Remember the little people. Yep.
Don't forget about us. We'll be here on the way back down. If it
old
goes
Red
sideways.
Glove Davis. Old Red Glove Davis here.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have the red glove for like the last time out. But and also, yes, I do agree with that, Justin. It's the beef. It's what's for dinner 300. Incredible, an incredible name. I am very, very fascinated with that name, and it seems like NASCAR, especially when you get to the Xfinity or even lower, they'll just whoever pays whatever slogan you want. So beef, it's what's for dinner. Yes, it's been around forever. Pork, the other white meat. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But
I've fallen and I can't get up 250. That's the big race.
The two, well, it's actually two 125s. There's two
right,
yeah. And then,
it's dual. Yes.
Yeah, we want the shootout at the end. But yeah, I love the fact that they will just take any name that you give them. It's like Ron Burgundy on the like he will read.
Right, yeah, you can just write it on there. Yep.
He will read.
And look, we're not judging because if you want to sponsor us, we will read whatever you want us to read. So we ain't judging.
When the check clears, your name is on it. That's it.
It's all that matters. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if that happens. But we'll see. As you know, we are the NASCAR show of record. Thank you guys, as always, for indulging us with our NASCAR takes. And I'm just trying to support my boy Greg. Again, one of the OG golf buddies during this whole pandemic. But right off the top, I think the probably biggest news today, anyway, it's a little lean. We talked about it on Wednesday, but J.J. Watt released by the Texans. And first of all, this thing just blew my mind because Reggie White, what an animal. I mean, 96 games. 96 games. That guy was a problem. I mean, unblockable, dare I say. But JJ, he went to social media. He was like, you know what? And pretty much universally, like, I don't think if you're a Houston fan, you can't say this guy just gave it all up for your team. Even now in his advanced age, probably producing beyond what someone of his age would be able to do. I think he was still like the 7th overall defensive lineman last year by Pro Football Rankings. So, and all the charity work, all the whatever he does, like pretty much no one has a bad thing to say about J.J. Watt. I don't either. But in his post, obviously, Steeler fans or even Titans fans, like, come to Dallas, come to the Chargers, come do whatever. I just like this one because, by the novelty of it. I mean, look, if you go to Chelsea, watch out. I mean, that guy's a tank. You don't want those kind of problems. He will put
He's
you
a
in the
destroyer
ground.
back there for sure. Yeah.
If you want someone to break up a play, I mean, this guy's a load. So, and he will play hurt. He will do whatever you want. He's not gonna, be rolling on the ground, hugging his ankle when he knows he's not hurt. But look, I mean, it's weird
wait,
off
just
season.
what do you think? Would center back be the best position for him?
For JJ, I would say most likely it's a little bit less running, but maybe center mid because
Yeah,
he
I
is
was thinking. Yeah.
he's a destroyer. I mean, he will get forward when he has the ball, and he will just blow someone up, and he won't, hesitate to just take you out. So the novelty of it, I'm attracted to that. But wishful thinking on the part of my guy Aiden Malik. But you know what? Not a Chelsea fan, but I like where your head's at. Let's get this guy in there. Maybe just give him a trial. Let him run out with the boys.
Hey, West Ham could use him with all the injuries West Ham's gotten the last week or so.
If
Just
you got
throw
a
him
strong
back there.
West Ham
They can use you. Damn right.
We need anyone that is able-bodied in this world.
If you can stand for 90 minutes, we'll take you.
Stand and take those shots. But the other thing that I did see, which did make me laugh, but also out of context, doesn't really apply. I mean, yes, the Will Smith in the final episode of Fresh Prince meme that runs on forever. Yes, it made me laugh, but Deshaun, you kind of made your own bed, bro. I mean, you did the extension. You kind of, yes, I know maybe there was some backdoor understanding that you would have, influence on some personnel moves and you might feel some kind of way, but I don't think these fools can just afford to give you away for nothing. So you're kind of there. I mean, you're kind of there until the team can actually get fair value for you.
It's just seeing this just reminds me that I can't remember if I sent you the video. I want to say I did, maybe not. But there was a video a couple months ago made by my guy Urinating Tree on YouTube about how ever since the Astros cheated their way to a World Series, the entire city of Houston, their sports teams have just been cursed. I would highly recommend checking that out. This is just, again, further proof of it. Now JJ's gone. Who knows what's going to go on with Deshaun? Looks like their team's in chaos. The Rockets are no good. The Astros, they made it to the – he actually made the point it's actually kind of worse how they made it as far as they did last year, only to lose. So it's it's a fun video. I'd recommend checking it out.
You know what? As you know, we always side with the player, get your money. Deshaun Watson has his money. Like, I mean, the money is, it's not going away. The guaranteed money is there. So in this case, I don't feel as bad. Like, yes, I don't think the Houstons are a very well-functioning organization, but I think the J.J. Watt situation is a little bit different because he pretty much just put it all out there. Like, even in you saw, I don't know if you guys saw the Inside the NFL video of him and Deshaun mic'd up. He was like, dude, we could have won like 10, 11 games this year. Like, my bad. Like, it's on all of us. Like, we could have won more games as they're walking off the field in the last game. But as far as Deshaun goes, I don't know, man. You took that super mega deal. that kind of takes away some of the leverage. Yeah, but hopefully he gets somewhere else that suits him more. I don't know. I don't know how to approach that.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what team's going to take him on because again, I mean, it is a massive contract. Yeah, he might just be stuck because Houston's going to want a lot in return for that. So I don't know what's going on with him.
But we did see, staying on the topic of these Houston teams, the Houston management was like, we're willing to make it awkward with Harden. Like, we're not just going to let him go for nothing. And he got his way out. So who knows? I mean, maybe at some point it becomes worth it to you to not deal with the headache, and maybe you concede a little bit and let this guy go. I think as Houston does know, and most other teams in the NFL know, like, this is probably like a superstar kind of level player. So I wouldn't give him up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Moving on. Also, I wanted to address this. I know Tyler says I'm too hung up on this.
You are so hung up on this, man.
It's just patently ridiculous. There's no way this fool was going to cash in on this bet. And yes, we all saw it became a meme. Tong, friend of the program, also notorious troll.
Also enemy of the program.
Friend and enemy of the program.
Yep.
But
both.
Swore up and down that this guy, hey, he cashed in. He got so much money. I was like, really? Like, Vegas is not taking a $50,000 bet on a 50-50 prop bet. Like, there is no way in hell. And come to find out, it was Bovada and also him blowing it up on social media. Well, we're not going to pay you because we know that you did it on purpose. So, shocker, like, screw this guy. Why even go public? Just lay low, get the money, and even all your friends that he was like, apparently, hey, get on this bet. I'm going to streak. Like, throw it in, get the prop bet. Don't even worry. And then he goes and blows it up on social media. No, dude, I feel like this is fair karma for this guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. Like, I can't blame Bovada at all for saying, we're not going to pay because this guy was stupid and was telling people like, yeah, I'm the one that laid the bet and did the streaking. Like, dude, like, that's just automatic grounds for them saying like, no, we don't have to pay this out because you directly influenced and essentially cheated on this bet. So, yeah, can't blame them for that. I think that's a stupid move on his part. He should just kept his mouth shut, cashed in on it, and then whatever.
Even if they didn't know,
got
like,
in Florida,
the odds of them taking this in the first place at 50,000, getting your money from an offshore bookie, like, all right, you're already pushing it. But now if you go blow it up, like, if they don't, feel just quite right about it, they're gonna be like, we'll pay you at some point. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, I can't get a hold of anyone.
I think this was bookie. I think this is bookie right here.
Arkansas Slim would never take that bet. He already would know better.
No, he would just take the money and then he would just take the money and shank you in an alley.
He's like, no, what? I don't operate a sports book. What are you talking about? I never saw you. I don't know what you're talking about. That's it. But like I said, I mean, this guy blew up his own spot. Let's be totally real about this. Acting like a fool, like, hey, my bail was $1,000, but look, I made $350. Like, you gotta know, like, it's definitely coming back on you at some point. And then if you're trying to get paid from offshore, good luck, bro. It ain't happening. But I do want to bring in, I see you on hold, Justin. So stay in there. I want to bring you in on the Corey's Market Liquor Celebrity Hotline. Corey's Market Liquor. We do check IDs. As you know, I mean, that is just That's a fact. I mean, they
Fact,
totally
yeah.
check
It's the
IDs.
truth.
Bringing Justin into the program. No idea, Justin. How you doing this evening?
Fantastic. Wonderful. Phenomenal. Yeah.
100%.
Did I oversell it? Did I oversell it a little bit?
I want to see. I want to see how many words you're going to keep going with.
I mean, I've had a couple drinks. There's not very many more legible words coming out of this mouth right now.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed in the comments. I was pointing out to Tyler, you cannot say that anybody's hung up on anything right now because football season just ended. So we're all fucking starving, you know. Like we want any story we can get. And just the fact that it happens to be on a Super Bowl prop bet, that ties it very loosely to football. So I feel like this is Ronnie's way of clinging on to the football season. It's just to
We
talk
all
about
we
that
got.
guy.
This is what we're dealing with right now.
I mean, just for another week.
You haven't seen all the text throughout the week that Ronnie has been going on about this stuff.
No. You know what? I muted it on Tuesday. You know, I couldn't take it anymore.
Right. I'm just done with it.
But it's good. You know,
was upsetting to me.
This guy's going to carry Ronnie through another week until he starts picking up steam on the Derek Carr trade rumors, and then that's going to carry him through the rest of the offseason. So,
you know what? Give me Derek Carr. Just give me some defensive draft picks, please, for the love of God. Mayock, get your shit together. We need help, bro. Like, Abram ain't the guy. We need.
What if we just merge the Chargers and the Raiders into one team?
Well, that's never going to happen.
No.
I mean, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Now you're just taking two like tortured fan bases and then making them sad like all at once.
And they all hate each other already, which is phenomenal.
Yeah,
you know?
Like let the fan bases like grieve separately. Don't make us all sad over the same things.
No, I mean, would you rather be looking at Justin Herbert as your quarterback or Derek Carr? I mean, for all the shit that Derek Carr gets, it's pretty fucking efficient last year. I think he was like the 5th highest rated passer in the league. He was very good on third downs, especially the first half. No, not at all. Not at all.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't the problem at all.
No. You have the same problem my team had. You literally can't stop anybody from doing anything at any point in any game.
Yeah, it sucks when you have to play the Chiefs twice a year. When
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when your defenses are as bad as the Raiders and the Cowboys. Everybody's the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Like you might as well. Everybody's the Chiefs. Every quarterback is Patrick Mahomes.
You know what? I digress. One other thing I do want to give some love here to Jaime. Shout out to your boys.
Always down to give love to Jaime.
Yes, of course. I watched the game yesterday, and Tigres, hell of a lot of heart out there. I pulled it up on transfermarket.com or .gov.co. Whatever the hell. $65 million for Tigres, who are probably in the top 5 richest teams in CONCACAF. And then you throw up Bayern, $912 million. Like, wow. All right, so this is what you're dealing with. Dude, they were bringing in subs. I told Tyler during the game, I was like, Douglas Costa plays for Bayern? He's played like 10 games for them on loan?
Coming off the bench, yeah.
All right. The guys you are bringing in are all playing for some kind of national team. And look, man, Tyler said it best. Obviously, there's no moral victories. But what are you going to do in the face of an absolute – you're staring down the barrel of what I would say is still the best team in the world. Like, let's just be honest. And you got Lewandowski out there who can score immediately at any time with no chance, like half a chance. And I thought they showed a lot of heart. I was very impressed with them. I thought they acquitted CONCACAF very well. But it's just you're running up against a juggernaut. I mean, look at these guys. The players they have, like I said, I mean, even Davies, who's from the region, Canadian, this guy's a freak. He's 20 years old. He's probably 6'1", 6'2", which is huge for soccer, and quite possibly the fastest guy at his size in world soccer. So Bayern is just loaded. I thought Tigres, no shame in being beaten by the best. That's all I'm going to say.
No, they played. I mean, they played as well as you could expect against the best team in the world. You know, they lost 1-0. Like I said, yeah, there are no moral victories, but like they have nothing to hang their heads about. I mean, I sent you the text that what Bayern, you know, you pull Lewandowski, Koeman, and I can't remember who the third guy was. Like you pull them, and you're still like, no, we'll be fine. Like the subs we're bringing on will be fine. Like that's insanity.
Then we
I
got
think
Douglas Costa, we got Chuapa Motang,
didn't
all international players. Like these guys are probably the best player on their national team, especially when you get into like the smaller or less acquitted, like the African, South American countries that aren't Brazil or Argentina. It was just like guy after guy. At this point, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, these guys are just it's going to happen. Like, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, again, I thought, Tigres, I thought their back line, their goalie, they all played well. I mean, they couldn't get much of an attack going, but nobody against Bayern can get an attack going. They're just an absolute machine. So, again, massive props to Tigres. And I did see that was Bayern, the second team ever winning the sextuple, winning 6 major trophies in one season, which is just absolutely nuts.
As initiated followers of the program know, I love Bayern, but
they're great.
I do live in North America, so in this case, I was rooting for my boys, and I didn't think they embarrassed themselves by any stretch of the imagination. I thought they literally left it all out there, and it was just like, dude, every time these guys get the ball, it's a threat. Like, they're going to score. And the fact that they held on and got it 1-0, I was like, kind of proud. Like, in a weird, backward way. I don't ever really root for Tigres, but I was like, all right, dude. Yes. Like, you guys showed up. You guys, you showed it all. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for more of a showing. I mean, I know that Gignac wound up getting the I think he got the silver ball for most goals in the tournament, but he was kind of a non-factor. I was hoping he might be able to do something, but again, it's Bayern. There's some of the other top teams in the world can't do anything about it. And what I mean by that is like highest paid.
All of the other top teams in the world, because they are currently the world champions.
Exactly, yeah. So it's, again, Tigres, my hat's off to them. They played, I think, about as well as you could against them.
Honestly, I was just happy. Like I said, I mean, Tyler and I are Galaxy fans. Mm-hmm. Usually, Liga MX, I mean, they just wear out. Like, as far as that CONCACAF Champions League, Liga MX wins. They got more depth. They got more just salary, budget, whatever. But just kind of rooting for anyone out of here to really, put a thorn in the side of these super clubs in Europe, where especially with the, club champions, whatever World Cup they want to call it, Europe really does not care about it. As Tyler said, it's more of an inconvenience for them that they have to go to Egypt or Qatar or whatever mid-season and play these games for like, oh, cool, we got like $3 million. Like, that means nothing to them. They don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's more about the trophy.
Their backup center back is making more than $3 million to not play.
Yeah,
they got dudes that you will never see making more than that.
Yeah, didn't you actually point out in that Bayern Munich and Tigres game, didn't you actually point out that when the substitutions were made, the 3 guys that were subbed in made more than the entire Tigres roster combined? Wasn't that or something to that realm? Like
that probably wouldn't be far off of a guess. I don't know if that's true or not, but I could believe it. I'll say that.
No, that was actually the FA Cup game, the 6th round, where they were playing the jobber team.
Oh, okay.
Guys.
I got you. The guys with day jobs. The guys with day jobs.
Yeah.
But the vibe is very same. I mean, the entire Tigres team, $65 million payroll. Bayern, $912 million. So
That's
that
insane,
is what
man.
you're looking at. That's what you're running up against. And the fact that they got it 1-0, God bless them.
Fucking little Giants, man.
There you go.
I don't know how you can be mad about that.
They ran the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Exactly.
Also, Jaime, I'm not trying to trash Tigres. I mean, as far as the region goes, probably one of the best teams out here. Maybe Monterey, maybe LA Galaxy. A little bit of hard times for LA Galaxy right now.
I was saying not so much right now for LA Galaxy.
But Tigres are, let's just be honest, one of the giants here in North and Central America.
One of the little giants, yeah.
When you see Bayern, the actual best team in the world as far as professionals go, the fact that it was 1-0, I was like, dude, I fuck with you guys. Like, yes.
It's a tough haul though, because how much of that is like, dude, were these fools going 20% all game? You know what I mean? Were they like, hey, I know we pay you $900 million. We're only trying to get like $72 million worth of play out of you guys today. We wanna kind of roll over that other $800 million. So.
I mean, they could have got it done with $72 million. Let's be honest. Like, if they only are like, all right, the players we put out, we're gonna cap it at $72 million of our payroll. Probably still would have won.
Furthermore, why don't they start handicapping games like that, dude? Like if your payroll, like if you have a $900 million payroll and your opponent has a $64 million payroll, you should automatically have to spot them 8 goals. You know what I mean? Like that should be the equivalent. Like every 100 million more your payroll is, you should have to give them a goal for that. And then yeah, if you pay the money to get the score 10 fucking goals, dude.
You know what?
What's the problem?
Let me get Bayern -7. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll take that action.
100%. And to that point, again, for entertainment purposes only, not only did I find out that there's a no draw bet option for the footy games, there is also a double win option. I think it's called or something like that, where basically like the team you pick, you win your bet if they win or tie. That is phenomenal. That is something I can get on board with for sure. For entertainment purposes, though. For entertainment purposes.
Of course. I mean, I'm not going to libel myself here. Like, we all know what is at stake. And this show, too precious to me to, jeopardize myself. But, you know what? Actually, I will put the disclaimer back up on the screen because I just care that much about it.
Please
cover all the asses. Cover all the asses.
Asses exactly. Covered. But
cover 2 shell on those asses.
Like I said, I was just and agree with you, Jaime. Proud of the boys. Proud of the boys from Tigres. I like what I saw. It's not like these dudes don't have like. I texted the Baron during the game. I was like, they got some national team level players, but Bayern is like in that super level planet. Like it's a different. They're playing for like Champions League.
Yeah, that's a world class organization right there, like a world class club, whatever term you want to use. Like their names are mentioned in the top 5 in the world regularly, you know. So
well, yeah, like I mean, Gignac is Tigres' best, offensive threat. Like he was a good, maybe not great, but like he performed well when he was playing in France for. Was he with Marseille? I don't remember who he was with before. But then he comes over here, goes to Liga MX and just scoring goals at will. So it's just a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Look, I don't blame him. I think he's by now the leading all-time goal scorer in Tigres history. But yeah, the amount of money involved in that Champions League environment, if you're in Europe, Italy, Germany, whatever, like. It's a different thing. I mean, they're playing for the Super Bowl every year.
And no disrespect to Jaime's Tigres. I also know Jaime happens to have some love for the Cowboys. Why can't we just fold the Tigres team, take that $60+ million, turn around and sign Dak for 2 years? Like I don't understand what the deal is. But yeah, that's for another night.
Well, unfortunately, as I see your DAC icon, there are salary cap rules in place in the NFL.
That is DAC off material right there. That's what that is.
There you go.
No, in soccer, it's a free-for-all, which I love, except for the MLS, which they're not ready. They're not ready. They can't handle that. Galaxy would win every year, and then the league would fold after like 3 years. But I like the free market economy of soccer in the rest of the world. It's just, it's not going to work here in the U.S. for now.
Not up in here.
But before we go any further, and I do want to have a little bit of a conversation about the restructuring of the minor leagues, I do think we need to hit the fight doctor. We got UFC 258 coming this week, and I would be remiss if I did not check in with the fight doctor and just sort of get your thoughts on what we're looking at as we go into this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. The heavyweight champion of the world.
Right here.
Always love that. Always love that. But yeah, like Ronnie said, we do have a UFC pay-per-view this weekend, UFC 258. I know Dana's not going to want to hear this, but this is probably a card that not many people are going to buy.
Dare you?
Not their strongest show. Not their strongest show. I think it's only 4 fights on the main card. And not that I think they're bad fights, but I don't know. It's building off of a title match in the main event, and it's maybe not necessarily the most exciting one, but let's still go over it. I think there could be some good fights on the card this weekend for sure.
The women's fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm digging the women's fight in the co-main event slot. So for the main event, we got the welterweight title between the champion Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns. I don't know if they're still teammates or not. I know Usman they're both with Sanford MMA down in Florida. I know Usman's gone and been training. I'm not sure what happened to my camera there. He's been out there training in. There we go. Now we're back. Maybe no. Anyway, sorry.
We can still hear the doctor's knowledge, though. That's all that's important.
All right, there we go. So Usman's been out there training in Colorado for this one. I like Gilbert Burns. He's a pretty well-rounded fighter. He can knock guys out. He's a world champion grappler. Can really I think actually has more submissions than knockouts in his career. But Usman, there's just like no holes in that guy's game. I mean, he's a world-class wrestler. He's got a 5 or 6 inch reach advantage on Burns. He's coming in 16 fights in a row. I don't know if it's going to be an exciting fight. I think it might turn out kind of like Usman's last fight, where he's just, get the guy in the clinch up against the cage and kind of hold him there for 5 rounds. But I'm hard pressed to see Usman losing this one. I think he's just his grappling and wrestling is so much better than everybody else in the division. He's got the reach on pretty much everybody. I think Usman's going to take this one in a bit of a boring decision fight.
I agree 100%. The reach thing is the biggest thing to me. He outranges anybody in that weight class, man. You're just not going to run into guys that can space with him. Now, granted, like you mentioned, Burns is really good on the ground, but I don't know that it really gets to that point for an extended period of time. I just don't see Usman letting it get to that point. Now, granted, if Burns can score a quick takedown early in a round, then maybe he can control and try and take over the fight that way. But I don't see it happening. Usman's just too dominant, like you said, too well-rounded, no holes.
Yeah,
boring.
Yeah. Alex, I do think it'll be a boring fight. But again, I've said it before. That's Dana's problem, is finding a guy that can, beat Usman. Usman's got to do what he's got to do to keep his belt. Like I said, fans may not like it, but he's going to do what he's got to do. Now, as mentioned before here, of course the co-main event here is a women's flyweight fight between the returning Macy Barber taking on Alexa Grasso. Barber, who in her last fight, she was undefeated until her last fight, which was against Roxanne Modafferi. She actually messed up her knee in that fight. She's been out for 12 months now, but Barbara's coming back. I like Barbara in this fight, man. She's a fun fighter. Her last 5 fights before the loss, she won them all by TKO. She's an exciting fighter. And the weird thing is, last I saw, she's actually a slight underdog in this fight. Now, of course, for entertainment purposes only, but I really like Barbara in this one.
I actually, just for the first time ever for entertainment purposes only, we'll differ on this one. I actually like Grasso.
Okay.
I think the injury, ring rust, we discussed it, after the Conor McGregor fight. Ring rust is a real thing. Granted, she's not high up in age or anything like that, but I think just the hesitancy from the injury, the apprehensiveness maybe, and then the ring rust. I think that's going to turn the fight. So, but I'm right there with you. I'm almost more excited to watch that fight than I am the main event. I think that fight
100%.
is definitely going to be more entertaining. So, but I'm gonna go with Grasso, so we can somebody can brag on Monday. You know what I mean?
There we go. I like it. Then I just want to touch on the other fights that are on the main card here. We got two middleweight fights. One of them featuring Kelvin Gastelum, which it's been so hard watching that guy's kind of, I don't want to say fall from grace, but just like this dude was a legit middleweight contender not even that long ago. Now he's coming off a 3-fight losing streak, including the last fight where he just got absolutely smoked. Now he's going to be going up against Ian Heinisch, who is, a young up-and-coming fighter kind of looking for that signature win. I want to say Gastelum's the favorite in this one as well. I'm going to take Heinisch. I like his run of form lately. Gastelum's just not looked the same in his last 3 fights.
It's not trending the right way. That would be – it's just like, dude – and we've seen it with these guys. Like, I don't even think he's, washed up, but it's just like when it's going the wrong way, everyone can see it. It's just not – I don't know. It's not a marquee kind of thing, to get you excited about. It's just like, dude, I don't know. Yes, he's a name, but we've seen the results here. It's just kind of out there now. So
for me, MMA is different in a lot of other sports in the fact that you always hear that old adage oh man, this guy's 0 for his last 7, he's due. You know what I mean? I don't feel that way in MMA.
I feel like it's absolutely the opposite.
Yeah, it is. It's quite the opposite. So I'm hard pressed to see him winning this fight. I hope for his sake. And like you said, it's been kind of sad to see his go from man, he's right on the cusp to where'd he go? Oh yeah, that's right. He lost 3 in a row. I just don't see it happening. So for his sake, I hope to be upset. I hope to be shocked, but I just
prove me wrong.
Yeah, for real.
Gastelum was such a fun fighter. Up until he got his world title shot, he lost that fight, then lost the next couple. Again, like I said, the last fight, he just got. It was only a minute and a half, but he just got dominated from the get go. So I'd love to see him turn around, but like you just said it great. This isn't baseball where it's just keep swinging, eventually you'll get hit. Fight's just a completely different beast, and if you're
going to keep getting hit, that's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. That is the problem. Then the other fight on the main event here is one of my favorite nicknames of the sport. My guy Maki Patolo, aka Coconut Bombs. He's coming in. He's lost his last. He's a fun fighter, but he's lost his last couple fights. So this could be one of those man, if you don't win, you might be out of a job. You might be, looking to go fight somewhere else. Taking on Julian Marquez, a fighter I'm not overly familiar with. I know he's had a couple UFC fights. Haven't seen a ton of them. Patolo, again, he's a fun fighter. I love watching that guy fight, so I really hope he wins. I hope he can get that win just so he's, guaranteed a job continually in the UFC.
Coconut Bombs. What more needs to be said on
I
that
love
one,
that nickname so much. I love that nickname. And then I did just want to make one. Yeah. And then I did just want to make one note of a fight that actually got canceled here, which was, I think it was supposed to be the main event on the prelim show, which was going to be Bobby Green and Jim Miller, 2 guys that have a combined 8,000 fights each. Just going to be, one of those 2 veterans standing in the pocket, swinging on each other. Unfortunately, after their weigh-ins, Bobby Green collapsed. Doctors said, hey, not going to be able to fight. So unfortunately, that one got canceled. Maybe we can see that one somewhere down the line. But again, it's not the most exciting card. but
No.
I think there could be a couple sneaky good fights, especially as Justin and myself said, that co-main event, the women's flyweight fight. I think that'll probably be fight of the night.
Huge.
I just, yeah, going back to the Gastelum thing, it's just like, dude, the fight game is so much of a confidence thing. Like, if you've been
Oh, yeah.
rocked 2, 3 times, 4 times in a row, it's just like, dude, I want to believe in you, but it's you and one other fool out there. Like, if you got rocked like that, like, it's hard to throw some money behind you. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, you're standing out there toe to toe with somebody. It's not the best look. Like, the shine has come off.
I mean, look at the former welterweight champ Tyron Woodley. Like he looked like an undefeated, just an unbeatable wrestling machine. And then Usman beats him, and he has looked like ever since. And he's fought 3 or 4 times. Every time he looks like he just doesn't want to be there. So yeah, it's absolutely a confidence thing.
And it is a pay-per-view, so it's not going to be free TV. But as we already said,
depends.
There are ways. There are ways
for entertainment purposes
and
only.
Of course, as you know, entertainment purposes only. I'm not going to divulge the ways, but there are ways. So
DM me.
Exactly. DM Justin. DM one of us. Friends of the program.
I just get mine from Tyler, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Justin.
I just give my pay-per-view funds Venmo'd to me from Tyler, so I can then legally order the fight and watch it because he's a very charitable individual.
What a generous guy.
You could also DM Khabib. He's got that Russian link.
He does have the Russian streamer. I mean, probably one of my favorite Dana trolling videos of all time.
You want to catch him during bear fighting time, though. Don't be.
We have Russian stream. Why would I pay $80? We have Russian stream. Like, fool, you're not even Russian. God, you're a savage. But that's pretty much, what I got going into the weekend. I would recommend, I don't know, dude. I wanted to golf today, and I thought a couple of my, housemates here were willing to go. But alas, all I had to do was watch these fools golf on TV, which I can only do for maybe like 45 minutes at a time. But
I mean, what's
Pebble
the
Beach?
drive? What's the drive, my man? Hour 45?
To golf?
No, to Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah, maybe hour 20.
Well, then you got to call me when you're in a pinch, and we meet halfway. We just pick a course. You know what I mean?
I got my City Heights par 3 right here, and people don't want to jump out with me. I'm like, dude, you take 3 clubs.
No.
We can play it. That's it.
No. I don't play par 3s. All right, I don't do that.
Well, I mean, Justin wants to hit bombs.
He's too highfalutin for that. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not that. I'm not highfalutin at all.
Too highfalutin.
I'm Phil Mickelson, bro. I live to hit bombs. You can't hit bombs on a 3-par, bro. It doesn't work that way. Unless I'm just gonna go P wedge off of every hole. Just try and bomb with the P wedge.
That's pretty much what that's what you do.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because now it's an hour 45 for me to hit the P wedge.
All right. Well, I wouldn't make you drive down here to, hit the par 3, but I'm just saying that's a easy 10-minute lick from my house. Like, all right, I'll just roll up there. But
you could always play a 3-par by yourself. Just saying.
That's usually what I do. But the powers that be conspired against me. So instead, I had to watch a little bit of the AT&T Pro-Am. Definitely recommend checking it out. But give some love to my guy Greg's dude in the Xfinity race tomorrow. And then we got Daytona 500. We got UFC 258 tomorrow night. It's, you know what? We're not starving, sports fans. That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting it out there. Like, it could be worse. Remember the true pandemic times when there was nothing. And now we got something.
We'll try and talk some baseball on Wednesday, Minor league realignment is just not quite enough to get the needle moving. So, I mean, it's interesting, it's cool. I think it's going to be great that it'll all be regionalized, but I mean, who are we kidding here? Does anybody else even know who the Lancaster Jayhawks are? Come on.
I am very well aware of who the Lancaster, the
Right,
Jayhawks,
I've been to that.
the
I've been to that
Lake
place.
Elsinore Storm. Yes,
Hey, I'm
I
telling
know
you right
all
now.
these fools.
I have an autographed poster of Jose Altuve as a Lancaster Jayhawk. Now, I've peed on it numerous times and also used it as toilet paper, but it's still somewhat in my possession.
You still have it. It hasn't been flushed.
Toilet paper's still a real valuable commodity right now. So
That's right.
Times are hard. I mean, if you have toilet paper, share it with the world.
Didn't you go out there that night? Like, was that like 4 or 5 years ago when they had Bret Hart out there signing autographs before the show or before the game?
Hitman.
was that me? I don't think that was me. No, I wouldn't do that.
Gosh, it had to have been you because it was either you or my uncle that told me that because he used to live in Lancaster.
Was he out there? I didn't even know Hitman was out there.
Yeah, it's like 5 or so years ago.
Yeah,
I swear it was you because
we're going down to Lancaster.
yeah. Look, Lancaster and Calgary, sister cities, man. They're one and the same.
Yeah, totally.
It's quite possible.
We are. Lancaster is the Calgary of California, for sure. Don't deny it. Hey, man,
Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I had. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys hash it out amongst yourselves. But I'm glad I got my camera back on here.
no, yeah, that's good.
Thank you to the Fight Doctor. Thank you, Justin, as always, for calling in.
Always my pleasure.
Definitely helping out, especially, I mean, look, dude, we're all sad football's over. But like I said, we got some good events going on right now. So,
I mean, I am.
it could be worse.
You guys do know I work in the logistics industry, which is just a fancy way of saying I deliver packages for a living. Because I got tired of telling people I was a package handler. That didn't really go good for me. So
Now, when you say deliver packages, do you mean you work for the mail,
handle.
or are you a stripogram guy? Is that what you mean by deliver packages?
No.
Right to your door.
I mean, God, I can't carry a forklift with me everywhere, man. This is
Right.
it's an overflow package. You know what I'm talking about? No, but maybe that's what I'll do to carry us through the lack of sports. Is I'm just gonna start keeping my stats and my numbers at work, and then I urge you to do the same, Ronnie. I don't know if you've returned to work yet or if your quarantine is over, but
They won't let me.
let's start keeping some. See, let
Ref
the
don't
player
want to see me play.
Let the player play. They don't want you breaking records out there. That's what it is. So maybe that's what we do to get us through. We just start
If you're
keeping our
scared, say you're
stats and our
scared.
occupations, and see what we can do with that.
Well, percentage of phone calls as soon as I answer the person screaming, that would be 100% in my field.
Yeah, this guy's batting 1,000.
Yep.
Whoa, bam. Calm down. I need you to take it down to a 7. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, well, people get, I don't know, man. You get so much shit jammed down your throat on TV and commercials nowadays. It's like, I wouldn't, when people call me and it's not somebody I directly know, I'm almost offended. Like, how dare you fucking call me? I don't even know who you are. You're not even a contact in my phone, so.
Oh, if it's not a name that pops up my screen, I don't even answer it. If it's that important, they'll leave a voicemail.
Yeah, thank God for Google having my little Google call screen. It was
Perfect.
Possible spam. That means definite spam.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, I believe that is everything we got. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday talking the results of Daytona, giving you a recap of the fights. Plus, I don't know, maybe something crazy will happen in the NBA or the NHL this weekend that we can just rail on. Who knows?
Sports will give us a gift. Don't worry. They will give us a gift this week.
Hey, pitchers and catchers report next week, so we'll have some stories with that too. But thank you guys.
Sorry,
so much.
Padre fans.
Oh God. Oh no, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. Oh God. What a way to end the show. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Keep the fire.
Keep the fire, baby.
at the